Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Outside Gavin.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, and Jerry Haverly's out there.
So you were right, you did hear Jerry.
I did.
Okay, any corrections for the agenda? Nope.
Motion to approve is printed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approve the minutes of October 14th.
I'll make that motion to approve. They're fine by me.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hold. General public concerns, anybody here want to speak? No? Ben, you're up.
Morning.
Good morning.
So originally I had two items for the agenda for today. It turns out I have one item. I have, to approve an application to work in the counties right away from Mid-American Energy. They are proposing installing a fiber optic line from the far southwest corner of the county, north on P19, through Bradgate, east on C26, turning going north on Hawaii, up to C20, which is 110th Street, east on that to Juniper, north on Juniper to 102nd Street, east to 169, north, and then east on the county line to Laverne. So
Wow.
quite a few miles. The reason you guys don't have any attachments is there's 50 pages of plans that you guys can look through if you want, or what their proposal is. Talking to the designer, our plan is to keep the fiber optic line in the outer 5 foot of the right of way, which should put them at the toe of the back slope for the whole stretch. I've got copies of Mid-American's insurance policy, as well as Telcom, who is their contractor that's planning on installing everything. I've gone through all of our grading plans, marked out any known tile locations. I've explained to them that most of these maps were done in the 60s, and obviously there's been more tile installed since then. So
If they hit it, they'll repair
if they hit it, we end up giving them the option of coming back and repairing it themselves, or we as the county will do the repair and then we invoice them.
we'll pay and charge it back.
Yep.
Okay.
And then a dry
The better.
spell that we're in.
Could be years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's been times that we've found tile repairs from something that got hit 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You know, I mean, it takes a while from when you break that tile until you see the void 3 feet up, you know.
So we
in
don't,
the
we have an
road ditch.
indefinite time frame then, if they break the tile and they fix.
If it's them that damage it, we send an invoice, and for the most part, everybody's been very good at paying.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So everything, as you said, is all in order for Midland and their company, their people that are gonna do it.
Yes, for Mid-American and Telcom.
And that starts this fall yet? Are they looking at spring or?
They would like to get started in November. Assuming their contractor gets done with the job that they're on right now.
And I'm just snooping. So this goes along the road and then it branches out to other directions, or how do they?
It didn't show that this one is gonna be connecting to acreages, servicing people out in the rural
That's what I
district.
wondered. If it would help
This-
our people.
This I think is more of a proprietary line. Talking to the designer, she said that there's a grant to install this line. So I don't know if it's connecting substations directly or what the actual end game is for this fiber line.
So at least it gets it in there.
but it gets.
then we start with that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, if you say it's all in order and sooner the better, I guess I make a motion to accept the working right away for Midland,
I'll second.
or Mid-America, excuse me.
You got Midland on the brain.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried.
The other item that I had on the agenda was the road use agreement for Twin Rivers seismic. I sent an email out about a week and a half ago to our representative Kyle that was here at the meeting. Proposing 2 alternate routes instead of running along 270th, which is our Eagle Grove Blacktop. For them to run on either 280th or 260th, and I haven't heard back from him yet. So once he gets back to me and lets me know which proposed route he would rather have, we will bring the road use agreement forward for you guys to
We'll just
approve,
table that.
so we can table that one. I did get, we've been working on that safety action plan. Next week, I will have a resolution for you guys to adopt that as a county for the safety action plan, where we will submit for a bunch of different grants that will improve, the safety of our roadways. We're looking at paved shoulders through curves, thickened white lines, higher vis signage. There's a bunch of different things that they're looking at to improve the quality of the roadways statewide, but as Humboldt County, we'd be adopting our individual safety action plan. I also got an email late last week for the raise grant for Murray Bridge. We had our debriefing meeting last month, where we found out where we need to tweak and rewrite our proposal and resubmit. We've talked to the 7 counties that are involved in this raise grant proposal, and we all asked for a price on what it would cost for them to tweak and rewrite and resubmit. And for each county, it is $11,900. So I think the last time they did it, it was about 8 per county, so it's gone up some. So I just need to know, by tomorrow if we want to stay in or if we want to drop out of the raise grant. So.
Well, what's our odds? 1 in 7? Or
Of getting it, so we're one of 7 applicants, that are all tied to one proposal. I think they said roughly 11 or 12% of the applicants got awarded last year. I think there was, got notes somewhere, there was roughly 1,100 applications for the raise grant, and they selected somewhere around 180 applicants. I don't have my notes here. We scored well in 4 of the 7 categories. We needed to score well in 5 of the 7 to get moved forward to the chairperson's desk for review. So the idea was rewrite the 3 sections that we didn't score highly or as high on and resubmit. the way they do this with the raise grant is they try and sprinkle a little bit in every state. They wanna say that they supplied money to all 50 states. So last year where we didn't get selected, Fayette County and I wanna say Chickasaw and one other county combined together, and they're eliminating 30 structurally deficient bridges between the three of them.
Hmm.
So they were more appealing to,
Mhm. So what do you think our chances are? I mean, is it
And
worth
will
it?
it help us down the road?
Yeah,
well, I mean, if we get selected, it's $2 million. So you're looking at spending
11,
11,000 to get 2 million
that's a pretty good return.
if you get selected.
Yeah, you can get selected. I know, that's what I'm saying,
I mean,
So
it's,
what
it's a gamble,
I know,
so.
But before, when we've done, we didn't have enough stuff, the criteria,
right,
as you go towards the top, the criteria kind of funnels different people, different directions.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Are we getting to the point where we've got everything in order to be in that final group, in your opinion, or?
Yes,
'Cause if
in
we
my
fall out
opinion, I
now,
mean,
we've lost everything we put in it.
right now, we've got, yes. At this point, if you drop out, you're out.
Yeah.
If you elect to continue going, like I said, it's roughly $12,000 to stay in. In the grand scheme of things, probably not a huge dollar amount. Return of investment, there is no guaranteed return of investment. It goes to individual reviewers and whether or not they see the same priorities that we see with our proposal. It's the 7 worst bridges in the state of Iowa that we're trying to improve.
Mhm.
So, Murray Bridge is a 3-ton high truss that has outlived its usefulness. We've got $2 million in state grants so far for replacement. We're moving along with the design phase of it right now. Do you wanna try for another $2 million so that it's less taxpayer dollars for replacement? I'd have to look at it on paper. Are you talking contracts that we've got for design and everything?
Yeah.
With contracts for things that are unpaid right now, we probably got. $300,000 obligated to it. For $4.5, $5 million bridge.
We get 2 more million, that would really help, I don't know. I know it's a gamble, but it's pretty good return on a gamble if it,
I mean, engineering and design, you guys know, you deal with it on the drainage side.
Yep.
I mean, what DD 80 cost you guys for engineering fees? 100,000?
yeah,
60? Okay, 60,000 for 2 blocks,
right,
so,
this is a bridge.
I mean, this one had, $40,000 worth of bridge borings and another 40,000 worth of surveying. I mean, they came in with GPS equipment on what looked like toy boats driving up and down the river and through the ponds and taking subsurface shots and, you know, it's,
We already got that much money in it, I would say go ahead and try to get more.
Me too, that's what I'm thinking, I mean, 2 million is 2 million.
I would
We're
agree.
gonna have to do
Why
it,
throw that money away? So.
yeah,
I will let them know. I was expecting, I'll be honest, I was expecting something in the 7,000 to 8,000 range again, so.
everything's going up. I mean, there's just no way around it anymore.
Well, I'd like to think that our Murray Bridge is probably as big a old bridge as there is, but I have a feeling that there's a friend of mine down in Greenfield that it looks like Murray Bridge's twin sister. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all over the state,
Mhm.
so everybody has one of those bridges that they're trying to get replaced at the cheapest possible avenue, so.
So the paperwork for filing these grants is very labor intensive. I mean, individual counties aren't doing them themselves. Unless you've got, like, I think Webster County has one of their assistants that's what he does full time, is just apply for grants. But otherwise, they're hiring firms to write grant applications to try and get this money.
It's all about the tweaking and how
So-
you word things.
Yeah.
Well, what would that fee be?
What's that?
What would something like that cost to have a firm write the grants?
To do it themselves? I mean, that's what
I
this one
understand, but
is.
what,
But if we're hiring them specifically just for us,
yeah. It'd be a lot more than the
oh yeah.
11,000.
I would say it's probably the full amount. I mean, it'd be 70,000.
Yeah,
To write a
so
grant
we're
application.
sharing it with another
Seven other
group and
counties.
they might be the one, so.
Yep, no, I agree.
We've rode the horse this long, let's
See where it takes us?
see where we go.
So the only, the one suggestion that they made for us is one that I've got to work on, and that's basically getting a poll out there. They said it can be as simple as like 3 questions that you put out there and put online and put flyers and elevators, things like this. Like 1, are you in favor of Murray Bridge replacement? 2, if it's minimal cost to the county, are you in favor of it? And like 3, if you're not in favor of it, what is your reason for not being in favor of it, type deal, to ask more public opinion on it. So, but
You could put that online. on
that's,
Facebook
yeah, and that's something that they've tasked all of our 7 counties
To do.
with, is to, other than beyond having the meeting at the Board of Supervisors meeting where we talk as a group here, they want to expand it to the farmers in the area,
Mhm.
the landowners in the area, the people that transport grain from the different elevators, and get everyone's opinion on it.
That makes sense.
I'd go ahead and get the paperwork in the elevators and
Yeah, I gotta
see what comes out.
put together,
Bradgate, Rutland, Gilmore City especially.
yeah, even Addison, I mean, talking to their elevator, I mean, the amount of grain that they transport down to Fort Dodge that could potentially hit a gravel road instead of a paved road. Okay. All right,
Once you get that survey put together, you can probably get it to the media and let them know that it's would be online.
that anybody can,
And anybody that, especially the people that live in the area,
It's on our
highly
website.
recommend them filling it out for us to better our chances.
yeah, beyond that, hopefully we should be finishing up 270th Street down by Gotch.
Did I tell you some Snoopy guy drove through there the other day?
No,
I did, and it looks awesome. I mean,
it does look really nice. Scott Becker got most of his crop off
Born out of
over
there.
the weekend. He was dealing with, combine issues. I didn't drive by it this morning, so I don't know if, Mark Daggy got his headland taken off on the south side of the road, but otherwise that's what we were waiting for.
Oh, okay.
To be able to pull that without basically pitching the blade and knocking ears of corn off while we were cutting. We're at the point right now where we're getting agreements from landowners and cleaning ditch with maintainers and blading and throwing that material out into the field right now, so.
They got all the driveways put in there then? See, they hauled some dirt out there and
All the driveways for that stretch are back in. We ran out of 15-inch pipe. We took delivery of a full load on Thursday, so I think Friday, those driveways should have gotten finished up. I think all of our driveways are caught up where we've built or extended where they've been requested for the year.
well, it's good. We could just get some rain to get
Knock
the
the
grass,
rust down.
come back into the ditch, it'll,
Yeah, that might be cast it out when you see snow coming,
Yeah,
so.
well, hopefully that's in March or April. Not ready for that word yet.
Yeah,
I know.
no. Okay.
Anything else? Anybody got anything for Ben?
No.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thanks.
Okay, moving on down. Point Kenny Borland to the Civil Service Commission. Effective January 2025.
I think that's great that he's willing to do that, so I will make that appointment to Kenny Borland to the Civil Service Commission effective January 2025.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Down to committee report.
On Tuesday, I did, my phone finance meeting for Udmo. This, don't think there was anything on that, but they're trying to put back some of the buildings and that they have up in the Spencer area is the biggest nightmare they're facing with getting drywall and getting stuff put back together, hopefully before the snow starts flying up there, so that town is still reeling from the flooding. That's what they're dealing with, so that's all I had.
Okay, Tuesday I had, Humboldt County Food Pantry Board meeting, and, we're still working on how we should work with Udmo, and how we should do that, and we don't have a decision yet, we're gonna give it 60 more days, they did get somebody hired, which is a good thing. But she is from Fort Dodge, so that's kind of a long drive, and with the winter coming on, so we're just kind of see what, how that goes before we make any final decisions, and I did not make it to the kitty cat meeting on Wednesday. So that was all that I had.
Okay, all I had was Friday morning, I went to the Board of Health. And this will be their last meeting until January now.
I have, Friday is my next fiasco down in Eldora. We should be getting an email today, so if you get the email that with the bickering starting, I'm gonna go down there with open mind and closed mouth. And if it starts in, I'm probably gonna,
Just leave.
well, I'm gonna just tell them, they got 40 or 50 counties that come down to this thing. And all they wanna do is sit and argue. We don't have time to do that.
Mhm.
And it's a waste of everybody's time to come down there to pick sides, and then we sit and, well, that side's mad at, cause they're picking on Tony, and this side's mad cause they aren't picking on Tony enough, so. It's to the point where almost reminds you of Washington, so.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna invite you along.
I might just listen.
Well, you can.
Yeah,
All you have to do is get on their Zoom link and they'll ask you who you are, but they got people that don't even answer. I think it's almost like comedy hour.
yep.
So
Let's look at it.
Anything else come before the board?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.